Hello and welcome. I will draw 3 cards for every week. And these 3 cards will inform my week. I will let them inspire me and set the tone for the coming week. It can be that I perhaps enhance things that the cards are showing me. I do something more with them. Or I just try to figure out how these cards are reflected in my week. So I want them to be both instrumental and kind of reflective. You can lay out your own 3 cards or you can just follow along on my journey. These are the 3 cards I lay out now. I think they are a bit funny because this is the last week of 2021. It's normally a week when we celebrate New Year's Eve and so on. So I got this 10 of Pentacles that is, for me it's a celebration card where you celebrate the abundance you have, your family, your friends, you come together and you do something special. And then I got the 10 of Cups, which is also a celebrating card for me, where you look back on people you love and with appreciation and gratitude. And then I got the Moon card. And this week has already started, so I'm been dreaming a lot. And I think the main reason is that I'm off from work and I can sleep as long as I want in the mornings. So then my dreams gets more vivid and alive. As I said, I don't just want these cards to reflect my week ahead, but also inspire me. Let me go into the cards in more depth. So let us start with looking at the 10 of Pentacles. This is obviously a card of material abundance, of community, of getting together, feeling prosperous, wealthy, but also having this secure family. It doesn't have to be your original family, but for me it is. It's my birth family. And I will come together with them on New Year's Eve, in contrast to last year, which I spent alone with one of my sons. And it was a bit different than other New Year's Eves because of the pandemic. This card for me is co-creating with people that I really love. And co-creating with people that has been around for some time. My family, my closest friends. I've been following them, they've been following me. It's a card of celebration and coming together with your closest circle. It doesn't have to be the family. Of course, it can be the close circle of friends or animals or whatever you define as your closest family. I know that I'm going to get together with 1 or 2 of my sisters and their families on New Year's Eve, but I also would like this card to do something additional. Perhaps I know that my mother is afraid of this pandemic, so she will probably not come together with us on New Year's Eve. So perhaps I will also pay her a visit. She lives close by in the town, so that's not a big problem to visit her. So I will probably do that. And I visited my father on Christmas, and I will ask one of my sisters to come along and we can perhaps schedule another visit to my father. I've also recently met with my closest friend, but perhaps I will try to get together with her once again during this year. Perhaps also reach out to someone I haven't reached out to and schedule a meeting with that person. I will also cherish my family. I will also cherish the small movements that make up my life. And my family is my base for stability. So I will appreciate my stable base more thoroughly this last week of the year. I also think that this card is an opportunity to think about wealth, how you define wealth, what is wealth for you. In my case, wealth can be not spending money sometimes, and sometimes it can be spending money. Sometimes wealth can just be about pondering, thinking about people, which makes me feel wealthy, that I'm alive and I have these people around me in my life. And then I got 10 of Cups. I think it's funny that I got both the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. I think that's a nice ending of the last week in 2021. So let me look at the 10 of Cups. As the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups is a card that represents family. It's about community, how much you love the people that are around you, your family, other kind of divine connections that you have to animals or friends. It's a card about wholeness and feeling complete with the people that are around you. So this is a family card as well, a harmony card. It's a total and utter acceptance of everything that you have in your life. So it's also, especially this card deck, is like looking at your kids and admiring your kids and admiring the things that are important for you in your life, and make that sentiment even stronger within yourself. So that's my plan. I'm going to really focus on gratitude this week. Gratitude for the year that has passed, gratitude for the people that are in my life, gratitude for what is ahead for me in my life. It's also about honesty and being honest with the people that you love in dialogue, and when you reach out to them. It can also be about finding your soulmate, of course, and focusing on wanting to find your soulmate or appreciating the people that could be your soulmate in life. The 10 also are cards that signify the conclusion of something, of a cycle, event or undertaking, and I think it's very funny that they show up now when it's the end of this year. Is how tarot normally works. They represent both an end as well as the early stages of a new beginning. So I love the images of both these cards and the power in them. And I also love that I got the material aspect of the 10th, the Pentacles, which is related to abundance and wealth, but I also got the 10 of Cups, which is related to the feelings, the love that I feel for my group of people. It's also the maximum lessons that you have learned throughout going through. If you go through all the cards, the 10 is the last cards before the court cards. So it's all the lessons culminated in this card. So I think that's a beautiful aspect of the 10s. Is there something else to be said about the 10s? I think that it's also fascinating that these two cards are on the side of my unconscious self, my dream self, my moon self. So let us dive into the moon card. She's already diving, but let us dive into the meaning of the card. I love the moon card because it's about trusting your intuition. It's about facing your fears. It has this watery nature of it, and it has a lot to do with your inner spiritual experience, your dreams and your perceptions and your visions of things. Depending on how it is positioned between cards, it can also complicate things. But in this reading, I see it as a balance between loving the outer community, loving your outer family, loving the stable ground around you, but also being immersed into your own spiritual self. There are these two wolves. One is more black and holding up at the moon, and the other one is white and perhaps more affectionate. The shadow aspect of this card is related to my dreams. What I will do during this week is to pay even more attention to my dreams, because I dream a lot, but I don't write them down. It's a way to surrender to my dreams. Sometimes that can be a bit scary because you cannot breathe underwater, but also it's a delight when you dare to do it and really study what the dreams are telling you. It's also, I think also this is a beautiful card ending the year because it's about surrendering to what is and to everything that has influenced you up to now. But it can for sure feel that we are drowning into the unknown. But we also need to trust that it's gonna be okay, even if you merge deep into your dream states and your inner truth. Because the moon card is asking you to go within and to listen to your own intuition and your dreams. I got a thought now that this moon card also can inspire me not just to write down my dreams and look more thoroughly into these dreams, but also do some meditation during the end of the year. Because if you dare to just flow along, this will also reinvent your creativity. Look at your perspectives, look at your intuition, and be with it. So these 3 cards together is call for me to end this year with some meditation, looking at my dreams, pay attention to myself, my inner spiritual truth, but also to reach out into my outer dream, because in a way the life that I'm living is just this lifetime's dream. That will be the ending of this weekly reading, and I will shortly come back to these cards before laying out 3 new cards for the first week in January 2022. Bye bye.